Instagram user The Heavenly Way Theutarit shared a shocking clip that has social media talking, filmed from a helicopter flying over Colorado. The video captures something strange. The intense scene has sparked a lot of reactions online. Some believe it could be a biblical sign, with a few even fearing it represents divine wrath. Others think it might be a rare and unexplained weather event. So, what do you think it could be? I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. In this video, a guy named Josh Fletch is exploring a supposedly haunted penitentiary with some friends. As they check out the cells and different areas of the building, Josh decides to go upstairs alone to look at the cells above. That's when something creepy gets caught on camera. Take a look.
I may or may not have climbed up because there's no stairs.
When Josh reached the last cell, a shadowy figure could be seen inside. The sight shook him completely. Neither he nor his friends could explain what he saw, but they couldn't shake the feeling that something paranormal had appeared. Some believe it could be the ghost of a former inmate caught on camera, but no one knows for sure. What do you think Josh saw in that cell? A hiker was recording a car being pulled from a ravine, not realizing he had caught something truly frightening on camera.
Câu.
As the car was lifted, a pale hand with long fingers was seen tossing something from the back seat. But when authorities checked the car later, it was empty, with no sign that anyone had been inside. The footage left many feeling uneasy, sparking eerie questions about what or who was in that car. This next clip is from TikTok user Dustin Lee Frazier, who is usually known for his funny and lighthearted content. However, this time, he shared a chilling experience that happened during what was supposed to be a peaceful family vacation. On November 5th, 2024, after a night of watching YouTube and relaxing, Dustin was suddenly disturbed by strange noises coming from inside the vacation home where he was staying.
So it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And like everybody should be asleep right now. I've just been watching YouTube, but I keep hearing noises.
As Dustin starts describing the noises he's hearing, another sound suddenly echoes through the house, caught on camera. He quickly flips his phone to the front-facing camera, hoping to capture whatever is causing the disturbance. Dustin points his camera at the hallway door as it slowly creaks open, revealing a small, unidentifiable figure moving quickly back and forth. His eyes widen in shock, but he doesn't hesitate. He calls out, trying to make his presence known.
Hey!
When no response comes, Dustin gathers his courage and steps toward the hallway to confront whatever was there. But when he looks, the hallway is empty and silence fills the air again. He wonders if his mind was playing tricks on him, but after reviewing his footage, he realizes he did capture something. It wasn't just his imagination. The next morning, he and his family ask the vacation homeowners if they know anything about what happened, but they are just as confused. With no clear answers, the mystery remains unsolved, leaving unsettling questions about what Dustin encountered that night. It's a chilling reminder that there may still be unknown things sharing this world with us. A strange TikTok video from Empowered Healing with KVVX has left viewers confused after showing a Christmas ornament vanish while rolling. Even after searching under the tree, behind furniture, and around the room right away, the ornament was nowhere to be seen. The strange event has led to discussions about the disappearing object phenomenon, DOP, where items vanish and sometimes reappear later, or never at all. Some think the ornament might have bounced into a hidden spot, gotten stuck in the tree, or even broken off camera without making a sound. Others believe it could simply be a case of missing it during the search. Picture this, a quiet night, driving through one of the most haunted places in America, the Gettysburg Civil War battlefield in Pennsylvania. This is where thousands of soldiers lost their lives in the fierce battles of 1863. The atmosphere is heavy with history, and many believe the spirits of those who fell still wander the land where they once fought. But what happens next is even more chilling. Watch closely. This nighttime footage captures something strange. If you look between those two objects, you might spot it. A shadow, a figure. Many believe it's the spirit of a soldier still lingering in the place where 51,000 lives were lost. Imagine standing on that ground, feeling the weight of history, knowing so much blood was spilled there. What would you do if you saw a ghost from the past trying to reach out? A strange TikTok video by Ruben.ve.irs, also known as Memetendo, has shocked viewers. It looks like the fish is floating against gravity. The strange video spread to Reddit and Instagram, sparking talks about optical illusions, glitches in reality, and funny animal moments. Whether it's just a silly aquarium mishap or a sign something is off, one thing is clear, the fish had everyone believing it had discovered a new way to exist. A strange TikTok video by yikes.bikes has gone viral, showing something unusual.
They're like identical dogs and they're frozen.
No, how is this happening?
Not on my boat.
The dogs, looking exactly alike, stand perfectly still facing the same way, making it seem like reality copied and pasted them by mistake.
Those dogs are so creepy.
Have you seen? It's like a Matrix glitch.
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
Dog trainers and pet owners mentioned that the dogs could be trained hunting breeds, like pointers, that naturally stop when they sense prey or a scent. However, the comment section quickly filled with jokes about video games and the Matrix. The simulation copied the same dog twice. NPC dogs got stuck on the loading screen. Someone forgot to animate them. While the sight of the two still dogs led to a fun online debate, it was probably just a mix of instinct, training, and good timing. Still, it gave social media a funny reason to question reality. If even dogs can glitch, what else could be happening? One night, a biker was riding through the Appalachian woods when he heard a strange noise. The sound got louder and closer, sending shivers down his spine. Too scared to stop, he kept pedaling, feeling like something was watching him. Some locals say it might have been a bobcat or lynx, but others think it was something much more unsettling. One thing's for sure, the biker learned his lesson: never go into the Appalachian woods at night. One afternoon, a woman was at home playing with her cat. She loved spending time with him and often recorded videos to share on social media. On this particular day, while filming her cat, something strange happened. Before this, she had been noticing odd things around her home. She often felt like something was watching her and would sometimes feel sudden cold spots. She didn't think much of it, and her friends told her not to worry. But when she showed them the strange video of her cat, their opinions changed. They became concerned about what might be lurking in her house. Her cat is acting very strangely, as if it senses someone or something unseen nearby. It's a pretty weird and creepy experience. On June 16, 2022, CJ, a man living near the woods in southeast Tennessee, was relaxing on the porch of his vacation home, enjoying the quiet evening. His loyal dog, Domino, lay beside him, calm and content. But suddenly, without warning, Domino jumped up and ran toward the trees, completely focused on something hidden in the darkness. Whatever it was had grabbed his attention, and CJ quickly started filming.
You can see. Domino, what is that? What the hell is that? Hey!
In the distance, a dark figure appears to glide through the shadows, moving into the woods.
What the hell is that? Hey!
CJ calls out, but there's no answer. The figure keeps moving, seeming unaware of him and showing no reaction. This eerie experience left CJ with many questions, and even after sharing the footage, no clear explanation has been found, keeping the event a mystery that might never be solved. A strange TikTok video by One Raised Right has left viewers puzzled after showing a mirror reflection that doesn't seem to make sense.
When he covers up his reflection, we shouldn't be able to see it, right? Or be able to see him, right? But depending on the angle...
The video, which quickly went viral with hashtags like glitch in the matrix and mirror challenge, captures the strange event happening.
I'm behind the towel. How can we still see him? The towel's covering him.
Here it is shown from another angle.
How is that if the towel is covering your face?
The strange effect makes it look like the mirror is acting on its own, showing a reflection that shouldn't be possible. Even though the visuals were confusing, experts and science fans quickly dismissed any supernatural claims. According to physics explanations, this effect is just an optical illusion caused by the angle of the mirror. Mirrors reflect whatever is within the path of light hitting them. The angle of incidence equals the angle of reflection, meaning that from the camera's viewpoint, the mirror is reflecting from a slightly different angle than expected. The laws of physics are still working as usual, but the effect tricks the brain into seeing something impossible. The comment section was filled with both curiosity and disbelief. Some people believed in the glitch theory, while others looked for logical answers. I've watched this 20 times, and I still don't get it. That mirror is haunted. Get rid of it. Mirrors are just government surveillance devices. I Googled it. Turns out it's just angles, but my brain refuses to believe it. Once the scientific explanations spread, many people calmed down, realizing it was just a trick of mirror positioning. However, the creepy feeling remained, with users joking that mirrors can't be trusted. The account that posted this next video is called Astral Projection, and there's a reason for that. Jack, the guy who uploaded the video, believes in astral projection and has even tried it himself. Astral projection is when you try to leave your body while it's asleep and let your spirit wander. Jack doesn't seem skeptical about the paranormal or the idea of ghosts. He appears to live alone, and one night, he woke up to strange banging noises. Slowly, he walked to his door and opened it, but saw no sign of anyone, except maybe some possible orbs. As he stepped outside, the door suddenly slammed shut behind him. In another video, he was so scared that he ran back to his room at full speed after seeing the blinds in front of him shake. On his way back, loud banging sounds followed him, making the experience even more terrifying.
1 a.m. and I was astral projecting, and I normally do this often, but this time, as I was walking up the stairs, something like knocked me back out. And ever since then, I've been hearing knocking noises. Like, do you hear that? I'm just recording it because I don't know what's going on. It's like kind of weird. Hello? Hello? Anyone here? Hello? door open here, right? No.
There are no other uploads, and these clips go back to 2023. Who knows where he is now? It was around 2 p.m. on a Wednesday when Paul, a factory worker, was in the middle of his shift. He decided to take a short break and headed to the leisure room to relax. But what he didn't know was that this break wouldn't be an ordinary one. Something strange was about to happen. As Paul entered the room, everything around him started acting strangely. The most shocking moment was when a chair in the corner suddenly moved on its own. Without hesitation, Paul bolted out of the room to get to safety. But as he rushed to leave, things escalated quickly. The lights flickered, and the door began opening and closing by itself. The experience was deeply unsettling for Paul. After reviewing the security footage, his boss decided to give him a week off to recover from the frightening incident. Since that day, nothing like it has ever happened in the building again. Riley was living a normal life with his girlfriend, Becca. Becca worked night shifts at McDonald's, leaving at 9 p.m. and coming back at 4 a.m. When she was gone, weird things started happening to Riley. The next video shows one of these strange events that happened when Becca wasn't home. Riley was sleeping when a strange noise woke him up. He saw his door handle shaking by itself, and it even locked on its own. When he went to check what caused it, he found nothing. This had happened before, but Riley didn't tell Becca because he didn't want to scare her. As these strange events continued, Riley thought about asking his church for help since he was reaching his breaking point. It's unclear if they've solved the problem yet, but hopefully they'll find a solution. A strange underwater find near the coast of Malta amazed viewers when diver Raniero Borg filmed a mysterious see-through creature. The video shows a nearly invisible, jelly-like sea creature with only a faint outline and visible internal organs. With over 40 years of diving experience, Borg said he had never seen anything like it, adding to the eerie, almost unreal feeling that made the clip go viral. Despite its strange, alien-like look, the creature isn't a fish, it's a salp, a type of planktonic tunicate related to jellyfish. Salps are ocean-dwelling filter feeders that move by pumping water through their soft, transparent bodies to consume plankton. While they are common in deep waters, large solitary salps are rarely seen by divers, making this sighting especially unique. News outlets like Yahoo, News, and marine science websites quickly identified the creature. Borg himself said it looked like a jellyfish or even a whale fetus because of its ghostly, see-through appearance. While there's nothing supernatural about it, this transparent sea creature is a fascinating reminder of Earth's hidden wonders. Whether it looks like a ghost fish, an ocean glitch, or simply an incredible salp, Borg's footage captured the internet's imagination, showing once again that nature can be just as surreal as science fiction. A tree deep in the forest was discovered with clear, fresh water flowing from its trunk. This site was unusual, especially since the area was dry and it hadn't rained for a while. The tree, an Indian laurel, or Terria tusa, can store water in its trunk and release it even during dry spells, acting like a natural reservoir. It's amazing how nature creates systems like this, helping trees survive in harsh conditions. But coming across something like this without knowing the science behind it could feel unsettling. Arash, a young boy, occasionally got the rare chance to stay home alone, something that only happened every other week. His parents, though caring, were always cautious and usually had his grandmother watch over him when they were away. But on the days he was left alone, Arash enjoyed every bit of his freedom. He loved the quiet and the independence it gave him. However, one afternoon while he was alone, something strange happened that changed how he felt about being by himself. He was playing in his room when he suddenly heard one of his toys start making noise in another room. This wasn't just a random glitch. Something felt off. Feeling both nervous and curious, Arash decided to go check it out.
Aku cakap last ni. Diamlah. Diamlah! Ingat aku takut. Kau nak ke kena buang tong sampah? Masuk dekat tong sampah, nak?
When he stepped into the room, Arash saw his toy lying on the floor, playing on its own with no clear reason. At first, he assumed it was just malfunctioning, but as he kept watching, things took a terrifying turn. Objects in the room started moving on their own. Books flew off the shelves, chairs slid across the floor, and picture frames crashed to the ground. The air suddenly felt colder, and fear crept over him as he realized this wasn't normal. As more objects shifted around the room, Arash panicked and ran out, slamming the door behind him. The only explanation that made sense to him was that something supernatural was happening, and the thought that a spirit had revealed itself stayed with him long after that day. A touching yet eerie story follows a young girl and her father, a firefighter who tragically lost his life while rescuing others from a fire. The town honored his bravery, and to help their daughter remember him, his wife gave her a special gift, a stuffed teddy bear dressed just like her father once did. But that wasn't all. The bear also had a recording of her father's voice inside, allowing her to hear his message whenever she hugged it. It was a deeply emotional and comforting gift, helping her feel close to him even after he was gone. However, as we've seen before, even the most innocent objects can sometimes take on an unsettling presence in the world of the paranormal.
I just missed a call from my dad. He's been gone. Like, I just heard his voice one more time.
One evening, as the girl hugged her teddy bear, the recorded message played, letting her hear her father's voice again. For a moment, it was comforting, a reminder that he was still watching over her. But the next day, something unusual happened. It left the girl wondering if the presence reaching out to her was her father or something else entirely. While she was in her room, the doors began opening and closing by themselves. An eerie, heavy feeling filled the space, making her doubt if it was her father's spirit. Could it have been something else? Something darker? That's a question that may never be answered. On February 8th, Instagram user Paranoid Normal, who shares spooky and mysterious content, posted a short video that quickly got thousands of views. The nighttime footage reveals something unsettling. In a strange moment, the figure seems to move right through the solid structure without any resistance or impact. But the unsettling sight doesn't stop there. As it keeps walking, its body slowly fades, becoming more and more see-through. The creepy video has sparked mixed reactions. Some think it's edited or made with AI, while others, especially people from Villarica, Chile, say they've seen it before and believe it's real. Is this evidence of something paranormal, or is there a reasonable explanation? For now, the strange video remains unexplained. A dad took his kid to a park in Rhode Island, but before they even got out of the car, they saw something that made them rethink going. One swing was moving by itself, even though there was no wind. The other swings stayed still, and the trees around them weren't moving. This strange sight made the family question if something supernatural was happening. This video was captured by a surveillance camera in an ordinary pub. First, a bottle suddenly falls off a table, then napkins fly off another table, even though no one was in the pub at the time. Was this just a setup to draw more visitors, or is it real? The question remains unanswered. The bearded explorer went to explore a haunted hospital, which was originally founded in 1882 as a place for children recovering from infectious diseases. In 1920, an orthopedic hospital took over the property, and by 1933, the trustees funded the construction of a convalescent home. Later on, parts of the building, including the kitchen and domestic offices, were repurposed for scoliosis research. At first, there was no real excitement or expectation of finding anything scary, but whether he was looking for it or not, things took a turn. As he wandered around, checking out the old rusted curtain rails and chairs, the investigation seemed to be going nowhere. I almost thought about scrapping the whole video. Then, things got real. Out of nowhere, he heard what sounded like a metal stick dropping while he was trying to get a cinematic shot. Later, while attempting another shot, he was interrupted by loud banging noises. Ultimately, what was supposed to be a simple walking shot turned into him running out of there in fear.
Look, there's more in here too. God, just looking back up there. Oh, that is so creepy. There's a lot of paperwork in here. Normally they bring these places down like... What's that? Oh, I'm hearing noises in there now. That wasn't nice. It sounded like footsteps. That was really creepy. That was really creepy. Hello? What the hell was that? hell is that? Oh! What was that? Ouch.
With all these scary stories, it makes you think, what really is out there? After moving in, family began noticing strange things in their home. They heard voices they couldn't explain and saw objects moving on their own. They tried looking into the house's history, but found nothing unusual. As the odd events continued, they set up security cameras to figure out what was going on. One night, while their son was home alone and went to get some food, his mom later checked the footage and was shocked by what she saw. At the start of the video, her son is seen walking into the kitchen with the family dog on the left side of the screen. But if you look to the right, a figure that looks like a young boy appears. As her son enters, the figure starts to leave the kitchen, but disappears into thin air before reaching the hallway. Some viewers believe the camera caught the ghost of a child, while skeptics think it was just another boy. A woman was exploring a forested area in Ohio, a beautiful place full of nature, peace, and calm, until it started giving off a completely different vibe. This forest may look peaceful, but it's haunted. She goes by the name D. She's an explorer, not someone who only seeks out haunted places, but more of a general adventurer. As she wandered through the forest, careful not to go too deep, she started feeling uneasy, like something was watching or following her. She didn't see anything at first, but she did hear strange noises. Then she noticed something chilling, glowing eyes staring at her. She had no idea what kind of creature it could be, if it was even a creature at all. By the end of the video, things got even worse. She spotted a dark figure standing there watching her. It looked like a person, but it didn't move or act like one. That's when she panicked, screamed for help, and ran.
What is it? Dude. Hello. The ones when they're hanging in the tree, and you can use this one too, but when they're hanging in the tree, you want to go to the bottom. Ah! Stop!
What was that?
Anyway, cut it from the bottom. Position it into a bucket. And then cut the top. And you'll get some water. There's all kinds of walk-in spots from in there to here. What is it? Ah! What did I just heard a rock get thrown. Hi. I don't have my spotlight. Hello. Stop. Don't do that, please. Dude, don't do that. So I could have ticked them off. It's not what my intentions or anything, but I gotta walk through there. Hi. I'm not ready because I have been followed this whole time and I'm trying to follow my path back. And that's right in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't want to do it. I was in here trying to talk myself to go, but what is on my face? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yep. Yep. I gotta get down. I can't go home. No! Stop! 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 Please! 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 I'm leaving! I'm leaving! I'm leaving! I think I'm gonna stick up the field and walk up the road, even though it's gonna be harder. It's cooler out here. I get more of a break. More of a break. What is that? No! Is it? Dude, no! It looks like a person, man. But no person. It looks like a person. Stop! That ain't a person. That ain't a person. Ah! It just keeps getting up and down, up and down. Stop! Fuck, I can't run. Ah! Somebody drive by, somebody drive by!
I'd be way more scared in that situation and run even faster than she did. A post by Chance the Hidden Reality on Instagram, shared on January 30th, has caught viewers' attention with a strange sighting in New Jersey.
That's going way too fast. That's not... What's with my camera?
The post includes a video recorded by a man who saw a glowing orb moving across the night sky.
I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me.
Whatever it is, it moves too fast to be a plane.
Look at this thing. Is he... Jesus.
So, is this just a regular drone or something more mysterious? Let me know in the comments. A man who works at a convenience store has been recording strange events, including shadowy figures and objects moving on their own. Fortunately, the activity was limited to the store and never affected his home until one night. After locking up and heading home, he noticed his neighbor's lights flickering rapidly, which gave him an uneasy feeling. As he got closer to his own house, he saw his lights behaving strangely too. A chilling sense crept over him. Was something inside waiting for him to walk in?
What the f is my neighbor doing, bro? I'm right there with that light. That's my neighbors, bro. Oh, hell no, bro. Hell, see, bro, I'm telling you, it's followed me to my house. On my mama, it followed me to my house. She's not here. There is no car in the driveway. I'm literally in the next apartment. Like, I just got home from work, and this is what I see, bro. Yeah, haunted. This haunted. This followed me to my crib. Hell no. Cabinet's open. This cabinet is always open. Every time I come out here to let the dogs out, it does this, bro. See? Nobody's in there. Nobody's in there. So I'm home alone again, and I'm pretty sure I'm seeing something go, like, in and out of that hallway back there. Oh my, what the f is that? No. Bro, I don't want to go back there. I do not want to go back there. There's nobody in this room, bro, and there's nobody under the bed. Dude, what was that? It was a freaking hand. Freaking hell, dude, I gotta get out of this apartment. I gotta get out of this apartment. I don't want to go in there. What the f I was doing over there, bro? Why is the stuffed animals over there?
At the start of the video, he writes that the mimic followed him home. His neighbor's unit can be seen with its light flickering nonstop. He also points out that the neighbor's car is missing, and he assumed no one was home. In another clip, while inside his place, he turns around and spots a dark, eerie hand gripping the door frame. When he checks to see who it belongs to, there's no one there. Returning to the living room, he notices that the stuffed animals, which were on a chair earlier, are now on the couch. Did he capture real paranormal activity, or is there another explanation? When a spirit takes over a doll, the outcome is always creepy and sometimes downright terrifying. Maybe it's the idea of something so innocent turning into a vessel for something dark that makes it so unsettling. The next clip is a great example of just how weird things can get when spirits attach themselves to these toys.
Ese muñeco acaba de sonar solo y se está moviendo solo. ¡Muévete, sapo perro! ¡Mamá! ¡Mamá! Mamá, se lo juro que yo no he activado nada. Mamá. Uy, quieto.
In this video, a doll moves on its own without anyone touching it. For about 30 seconds, it shifts and jerks around, enough to make anyone watching feel uneasy. The man recording was shaken, and he quickly decided that his daughter would never play with that doll again. It's one of those moments that makes you rethink the things meant to bring kids comfort and happiness. A woman owns an Airbnb that dates back to the 1700s. The house has a disappointment room in the attic, a hidden space where children with disabilities or other so-called disappointments were kept in the past, adding to the eerie atmosphere. It's a colonial house, and if that wasn't enough proof that it might be haunted, listen to this. A guest booked the house for 5 nights, but left early because they kept hearing strange noises from the attic. Tired of these reports, the owner decided to stay for a whole week to see for herself. She also installed security cameras that detect movement. It didn't take long for her to realize something was off. One night, she was woken up by loud footsteps and noises coming from upstairs. When she stepped out of her bedroom, she saw a string swinging by itself, most likely the one used to turn on the attic light. The attic door creaked and moved slightly on its own. Later, she discovered that her security cameras were sending motion alerts, even when no one was there.
It is just about 9 o'clock at night. I am preparing for my second night in our Airbnb to see if I hear any of the noises that our guests have mentioned. I am setting the stage and preparing some things for the night. I do have a flashlight. Okay. I don't bring a flashlight up here a lot. Oh God. Because I'm always using the flash on my camera and it just feels good enough in the moment, but I understand that not everybody agrees with that. Jesus Christ. Everything's been scaring me up here lately. It's all going to my head. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is put the chain back underneath. Right there, and then I have to find something to prop this door open with so that way the Ring camera has a straight shot. And why did my flashlight just turn off? That's perfect. And I am just going to use this random water bottle. That was an extra slow and creaky close this time. All right. Let's do it. And this whole time I'm getting ring notifications that there is motion in my attic. And mind you, we moved the camera to the small room off of the attic. So like the timing right now is a little crazy. Thomas! Well, that is enough of that.
Who would want to stay in a house that's over 300 years old as an Airbnb? It's been through so much over time. While it's an important part of history, it seems better as a museum than a place to spend a few nights. Natasha, in her late 20s, had always wanted a family. She dreamed of having a partner and raising kids. But as time went on, that dream felt more out of reach. One evening in October, around 7 p.m., Natasha was sitting alone in her living room when she heard the sound of a child laughing. At first, she thought it was coming from outside, or maybe just her imagination. But the laughter got louder and clearer, and it seemed to be coming from inside her home. Natasha, fearing that someone had broken into her house, got up and followed the sound. As she turned a corner, she was shocked to see a small child peeking at her from the hallway. But before she could react, the child vanished right before her eyes. It felt unreal. Was she imagining things? The laughter kept echoing around her, sending chills down her spine. Suddenly, there was a loud bang at the door, as if the child had somehow moved there. In a daze, Natasha backed away, shaken by what had just happened. The experience haunted her for days, and from that night on, the sound of a child's laughter never felt the same. The fear stayed with her, making her question whether she had seen a spirit or if her mind had played tricks on her. Whatever it was, the memory stuck with her, and every time she heard a child's laughter, the fear came rushing back. Mike lives right next to a cemetery. Even if the area seems calm, having a cemetery beside your home is bound to bring trouble. He recently started experiencing eerie events. It all began with hearing the unmistakable screams of a woman, even though no one else lives nearby, except for those who have already passed. The strange occurrences kept escalating. One night, while walking, he heard the sound of drums followed by a chilling scream, which was enough to send him running. What do you think? Is Mike just imagining things, or is there something supernatural happening at the cemetery next door? Abandoned houses have a certain pull to them, holding forgotten memories and an emptiness that can feel both familiar and unsettling. One evening, a cameraman was heading home from work when he passed an old abandoned house. He had seen it many times before, but that night something was different. The house, empty for years, suddenly seemed filled with unusual activity.
So this house, the first time we passed it, Chase said the bottom part was not blinking. It was on, but it wasn't blinking. See how the different lights are at different intervals? The kitchen light being on. And then in the fire room over there, there's a light that's going off and on. No one lives here. I think that no one lives here. No one lives here.
The lights inside the house began flickering wildly, casting an eerie glow through the windows. It didn't make sense. The house had been abandoned for years, with no one paying for electricity, so there shouldn't have been any power at all. Yet, the lights kept flashing as if someone inside was controlling them. What made it even more unsettling was how the flickering varied, creating a dizzying effect. The cameraman felt a deep sense of unease, his skin crawling as he realized he had no explanation for what he was witnessing. Whatever was happening, he knew one thing: he had no plans to go near that house again. The next video comes from a surveillance camera in Guadalajara, Mexico. The person who uploaded it claims the footage shows 5 spirits walking down the road. You can see dark shapes that look like human figures moving along the road. Were they ghosts, or was it just a camera glitch? Share your thoughts in the comments. Dustin works at a haunted hotel, and ever since he started gaining attention, the hauntings have followed him home. Today, after coming home from work, he was casually filming when something eerie happened. As he shut the door and spun his camera around, something in the kitchen moved behind him. Even after adjusting the brightness and zooming in, it's hard to say exactly what it was, but Dustin wasn't alone. Later in the video, he hears a noise from the bathroom. When he checks it out, a voice calls him in, as if something was waiting for him. Another day, while heading out with his hair freshly done, he heard strange noises from the roof. This time, his camera didn't miss a thing. A figure that looked like an alien was standing on his roof, watching him.
So, I am just now getting back from the club. And I had a good time, but I am exhausted, okay? And I don't know, I'm just like, ugh. But I have to be up in a few hours, and I'm just kind of like, I don't think, where's my, oh, a cup. I don't know if, honestly, I don't know if I can even fucking get up and want to, if I'm being honest. I feel very dehydrated. I may have had a couple of drinks, if we're being honest. And, yeah. I'm gonna try to edit, maybe. And then hello? Come here. Okay, guys. So, I am on my way to work. I did something new to my hair. Like, it's supposed to make it, like, straight. I don't know. I think it honestly just caused more damage than anything. But I know that, like, I feel like it will make the mullet look better. Like, once the mullet... What the f*** is that?
So the question is, did Dustin bring something back from the hotel that's now attached to him, or was his home always haunted and we're just now seeing the evidence? A man and his dog, who regularly make camping videos, always seem to have things go wrong. This time, he decided to camp in the forest, though of course, the dog didn't have a say in the matter. What was supposed to be a peaceful night turned into one of their scariest experiences. As the man settled into a cozy spot by the campfire after a good meal, he started feeling like something was watching them. He couldn't tell what was lurking in the darkness, but the uneasy feeling kept growing. Then, strange sounds became more noticeable, knocking on wood, footsteps, and heavy thuds. At one point, his dog suddenly ran off, leaving him alone. Fear set in as the dog stayed gone longer than expected. When the dog finally returned, he was so shaken that he started acting strangely, licking his paw like a cat, completely confused and scared.
Creepy outdoors here. By myself camping, as usual. And I'm a little shook up right now because I heard some strange sounds. Stay here, Mika. Stay here. It sounded like some sort of growling. I'm not sure. I wasn't recording. I was just enjoying my night and hello? Shh. It's okay. I'm just talking to my dog right now. What the? Mika, stay here. Stay. Come, stay. Stay here, good boy. Good boy, stay, sit down. What the? Calm down. There's been a lot of dead trees around. Maybe it's... Mika! I have no idea what the hell this is. I'm hoping it's like a bear or something just walking by, but there's these banging sounds on both ends. I'm not... Stay. Is anybody out there? Okay, well, out of all my camping trip, I've never been this freaked out. Come back. What are you doing? This is not like him. What are you doing? Are you all right? What's going on, bud?
What do you think was out there in those woods? Tell us your theories below. A strange TikTok video posted by Nicotoo Swift has left viewers shocked, showing something unusual. Despite being nudged, the fork stays in place as if it's floating, seemingly defying gravity. The uploader says this is just one of many strange things happening in his brother's supposedly haunted house. The video's description, 5 years later, and nobody believes us, suggests they've been experiencing weird events for a long time. People are split on what's going on. Some believe it's paranormal, thinking spirits might be behind it. Others argue it could be an optical illusion, a hidden string, or even static cling. No matter the cause, the floating fork has caught TikTok's attention, sparking debates on whether it's real proof of a haunting or just a clever trick. A man in Russia became more and more convinced that his house was haunted. Strange things had been happening for months. When he asked a local priest for help, he was told he needed proof before the house could be blessed. Determined to catch something on camera, he set up recording devices in his living room and kitchen. What he captured was both strange and unsettling. Books flew off the shelves, and objects appeared to move by themselves, making it clear that something strange was happening. However, the most unusual part of the footage was a pair of Crocs that seemed to slide on their own. The Crocs were originally on a shelf, but over time, they mysteriously moved across the room as if an unseen force was pushing them. The footage showed the shoes sliding from the cupboard into the next room, leaving the man completely puzzled. Why would a spirit be so focused on a pair of shoes? It didn't add up. After capturing the strange events, he showed the footage to his priest and also shared it online. What he did next was even more unexpected. He tried to sell the so-called haunted Crocs. The bizarre story caught people's attention, though many doubted his claims. In the next video, a group of people thought making fun of a ghost and acting tough would embarrass it into stopping, but they were wrong. The paranormal activity happens in a closet. The drawer inside won't stay still, opening and closing on its own, even getting pushed out of place. The cabinet doors also swing open and shut, adding to the eerie scene.
Anteriormente. Parte 2.
¡Cierra el nombre de Jesús, que sea el ordeno que cierre! ¡Háblale! ¡Ciérrale! ¿No te has enojado, va?
¿Estás enojado? ¿Por qué estás enojado?
No mames, espérate. Déjame echar todo eso, no manches.
No, perdón. A ver, toca el trombón.
Mamá, tienes mucha fantasía.
No mames, güey, no hay nada, güey. Pensé que era tu carnal, güey. A ver, ábrele. Mira. Güey, qué rollo, güey. Me pasas este video, güey.
Cálmate, fantasma.
Güey, qué pedo, güey.
El nombre de estos tenemos.
Güey, ciérrale. Ábrele. Bájale, ciérrale. Ya no pudo cerrarle, ya no lo pudiste cerrar. Ciérrale. Ciérrale. ¿Qué onda, güey, con él? Uy, se rió, güey. Ábrele abajo. Ciérrale. Ya se le atoró la mano. Mira. A ver, chécale abajo si no hay nadie. A ver, ábrele hasta abajo. Déjalo que le abra. Ábrele hasta abajo. Ábrele. Ciérrale.
Dile que abra las de abajo.
Ábrele hasta abajo. Puedes abrir las puertas. Mira. ¿Qué onda? ¿Estás bien? ¿Qué onda, güey? No, yo tengo miedo. No. ¿Viste? Ábrele. Ciérrale. Ábrele. Ciérrale.
The activity in the video isn't extremely intense, but that doesn't automatically prove it's real or fake. The reactions seem genuine, and from the looks of it, there doesn't seem to be enough room for an adult to be hiding inside the closet. This next video was recorded in 2015. Let's take a look. A figure that looks like a person appears on the road and starts moving. As it moves, it fades in and out of sight. What do you think? Could this be a real ghost, or is there a logical explanation? The investigator in this next video was exploring a mausoleum, though the video didn't provide much context. It seemed to be a clip from a longer investigation. As he walked around looking for paranormal evidence, there were strange sounds in the background, but it was unclear whether they came from a nearby road or something more sinister. Then, he noticed a balloon. Suddenly, the balloon started spinning rapidly for no apparent reason, as if an unseen force was controlling it. Things escalated when objects were thrown at him, even scratching him, but what finally made him panic was a loud crashing sound behind him, as if something had shattered.
Vivo por todos lados. Disculpen las groserías, pero se me salen porque se están escuchando. Se están escuchando sonidos por todos lados. Mierda. Puta madre.
Que ahora no te vas a mover. Que ahora no te vas a mover. O sea, me acerco y no te mueves. Ok. No te me acerques. El instante fue fuerte, ¿eh? El instante fue fuerte, ¿eh? Se escucharon demasiados sonidos a todo mi alrededor. Les juro que sí tuve miedo por un rato, ¿eh? No les voy a mentir. Me tiraron algo. Me tiraron algo con... Mira, me he raspado el brazo. Puta madre. Vamos todos apoyando el morado. Todos apoyando el moradito, todos apoyando el moradito. Vamos, 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 todos apoyando el moradito. Me voy, gente. Me voy. Parece que vamos a una zona más segura. Mierda. Esa mierda me ha podido haber caído a mí. Quiero sentarme un rato.
Would you have the courage to confront such terrifying encounters, or would you turn and run? While reading a book in a quiet forest, something completely unexpected happened.
I'm just reading a book. And
a book was in his hands, and a bear showed up nearby, but to his surprise, it wasn't alone. Thankfully, both he and the bears stayed calm, and no one was hurt. A man lives in a house surrounded by graves in the middle of a cemetery. He experiences strange happenings there. Once, while investigating at night with a friend, they saw a shadowy figure in black moving between tombstones, hiding behind walls and sometimes nearly disappearing. They heard cats hissing and crows cawing. Even inside his house isn't safe. He was terrified as his appliances and furniture began falling apart around him.
Miren eso, miren eso, miren eso, miren eso. Ay, mi madre, señores. Miren, 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 miren. Miren, 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 miren esa sombra. José, ¿lo la viste, José? Ay, mi madre. ¿Eh? Mira, mira. ¡El diablo! Ven, ven, ven. ¡El diablo! ¿Eh? ¿Pero tú viste cómo gritó esa vaina? Mírala ahí, mírala ahí. Mírala ahí, Joselo. Mira, mira.
Es una bruja, Carlos.
¿Una bruja?
Sí, es una bruja.
Espérate.
Loco, oye.
Espérate.
Oye, bien.
Hoy es viernes, son las 12.
Y las 12:07. Mira.
Vamos a ver, ven. Vamos. Ven, vamos a ver, ven. Es una bruja. Mírala ahí, mira. Mira por dónde va, mira por dónde va. Mírala ahí. Mira. Joselo. Espérate. Ven. ¿Lo viste, Joselo? ¿Lo viste? Señores, miren lo que está pasando en el frente de mi casa. Miren, esa es mi casa.
Oye, Carlos. Carlos, no te pegues, loco.
Mira por dónde va. Ven. Ven, Joselo, ven. Mira por dónde va. Espérate. Miren. Espérate. El diablo. Oye, cómo grita. Señores, compartan esto, mi gente. Compartan esto. Compartan esto, mi gente. No. Ven. Miren, me encuentro en el patio de mi casa, mi gente. Espérate. Mírala ahí, por dónde va. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. Ven, José, lo ven. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. José, ¿cuándo cogió? ¿Cuándo cogió, José? Óyela. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder.
Pues si cogió para dentro de tu casa.
¿Para dentro de la casa?
Está abierta tu casa, mira.
Vamos a ver, ven. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. Mira, mira por dónde va. Se fue. Es mi madre, Joselo. Mírala ya. Me encuentro en el patio de mi casa, mi gente. Y miren lo que está pasando en el patio de mi casa. Espérate. Ven. Vamos a dejar a Joselo. Mira.
Mira la mata cómo se
Mira
mueve.
la mata cómo se mueve.
Oye.
Ay, mi madre.
¿Y por qué subiste así?
Ven. ¿Te quieres pegar un chin?
No, Carlos, vete aquí.
Mira. Ven.
Ven, Carlos.
Ven. Déjame ver. ¿Tú viste? ¿Ya se fue? Mírala ahí. Mierda, no se ve bien por el foco. Mi gente, compartan esto. Mi gente. Dejen sus comentarios. ¿Quién lo vio? Ay, Dios mío, la sangre de Cristo tiene poder. José, vámonos ya. Mi gente, miren. Me encuentro en mi casa. Miren que no hay absolutamente nada. Y me encuentro como medio raro. No sé qué es lo que está pasando. Pero en verdad, no sé qué es lo que está pasando, mi gente, en mi casa hoy. Miren, señores, Me siento como que no sé, como que hay algo raro en mi habitación hoy. Por favor, necesito que me ayuden. Hoy siento esto. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa. Papá Dios. Y siento como que se mueven todas las cosas. Oh, Dios mío, se apagó la luz. Necesito a alguien que me ayude. Oh, Dios mío. Señores, ¿quién está viendo esto? Por favor, compártanlo. Miren, estoy solo en mi habitación, pero siento como no sé, como que se caen las cosas. Oh, papá Dios. Señores, miren. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder, señores. Recuerden que me encuentro aquí en mi casa, mi gente, en el cementerio, Cristo Redentor.
Would you ever live in a place like this? Let me know in the comments below. This video was found on TikTok and has sparked debates. Let's check it out. At first, the room looks completely normal, but if you focus on the right side of the screen, you'll notice something strange, what looks like a woman's face. Many viewers found the video terrifying, but was it a ghost or something else? In this next video, an investigator is trying to communicate with spirits in a house. There's no backstory about the location, but some say a crime might have happened there. As soon as the session started, strange noises began. Loud bangs echoed through the house, followed by even heavier stomping sounds from the ceiling. While in the bathroom, the investigator heard what seemed like whispers, though the audio was altered, making it unclear. The house wasn't done with him yet. As he tried to stay calm, a drawer was forcefully pushed out of place, crashing to the floor. Despite everything, he continued the investigation, but the ghost had other plans. While reaching for a towel, something yanked him so hard he fell to the ground. He quickly got up and ran, only to find a dog staring him down outside.
Oh, man. No mames, esto nunca me había pasado, ¿eh? El día pasó, pero bien, no así no porque me manía cortes y me da. Ay, pero no puedo escuchar algo detrás de mí. No mames. No, ya no mames, no. No. No, ya no. No, ya, no puedo ya. No mames, qué miedo. ¡Hey! ¿Qué es esto? No, ya. No. Muy bien. Ay, qué...
Honestly, if I ran out of a haunted house like that and saw a dog staring me down, I might just turn around and go back inside. That dog could end up being more of a threat than the ghosts. This video was found on Instagram. Check it out. At first, you can see small orbs floating around the room. A few moments later, after the man steps out of the frame, something strange happens. A shadowy figure appears near the table and moves across the room. Was it just a trick, a staged video, or something supernatural? That's for you to decide. Ricky's life took a turn for the worse after doing a live stream in his private Facebook group. He had investigated an abandoned place, and ever since he got home, strange things started happening. Paranormal activity began in his house, and his daughter complained about seeing a ghostly child standing at the foot of her bed holding a plate. Even Ricky's health started to suffer. Despite all this, he decided to explore another creepy abandoned place, an old hospital. This hospital had a dark past, once being used for illegal activities, including abortions. But even putting its history aside, the place now has a bad reputation in its current state, run down and falling apart. As Ricky explored, he started hearing faint voices, almost like a child or a young girl. The sound wasn't very clear, but it was there. When he used a spirit box, the whole atmosphere changed. The footsteps grew louder, and cabinet doors started slamming uncontrollably. The intensity was too much. Ricky had no choice but to run.
Utilizaba para traer a sus heridos. Este es un hospital abandonado que, para mi gusto, son lugares que me ponen los nervios de punta. Tan pesado está este lugar que le pedí a Omar que me acompañara. Y Omar andaba un poco enfermo. No me pudo acompañar y pues... ¿Qué fue eso? Y cuando se termine el VIP, amigos, nos vamos a YouTube. No mames. Ay, güey, me asustó eso. A la bestia. Sí fue esto. No sé si las dejé abiertas, cerradas, no lo sé, pero bueno. Es incómodo esto, es muy incómodo. Vamos a poner el Spirit Box ahí. Pueden bajarle a su dispositivo. No mames. junto a mí. Algo me está pasando, no sé qué sea, empiezo a sudar mucho, no sé qué esté pasando. Es frío, el lugar está demasiado frío, se empieza a sentir una energía muy cañona que mi cuerpo me siento mal. Me siento mal. No, mami, no. No. No sé cómo lo estén viendo, no sé si ustedes, no sé qué le pasó a mi aparato, no sé qué esté pasando. Díganme ustedes si pueden ver bien. ¿Lo ven bien? Díganme que lo ven bien. Ay, güey, ¿qué fue eso? No, así está mal esto. Ay, güey, no manches.
So now we have to wonder, is Ricky bringing these entities home with him after each investigation, or did this hospital's dark energy follow him out the door? This next video comes from Jeff from Ghost Tech Paranormal. Now, to be fair, the Ghost Tech Paranormal team doesn't always capture intense poltergeist activity in their videos, but this time they got plenty. A little history about the place. Englefield Hall was built in 1880 as a temperance hall, serving non-alcoholic drinks to local workers. Over the years, it became a shelter during both World Wars, later turning into a primary school. By 1990, it had fallen into disrepair, but was eventually restored and is now used as a social club and event space. The hall is rumored to be haunted, with reports of shadowy figures, voices, footsteps, and even a child hiding in a cupboard. There's also talk of a ghost cat wandering the building. With all these stories, you'd expect at least one of them to be true. Unfortunately for Jeff and Phil, all of them were. The place was packed with paranormal activity. Jeff was being targeted so much that Phil, whether out of curiosity or jealousy, actually asked the spirits why they were picking on him. The ghosts scratched Jeff's leg, tugged at his shirt, walked toward him with heavy footsteps, and even did something unexplainable that had him running. And let's not forget the shadowy figure. Even though it was windy outside, you could still tell when the ghosts were causing the activity inside.
Phil? Was that you? Phil?
That was something that moved. But I don't know where. It's not Phil because he's upstairs. Noises from the stage area, Phil.
Yeah.
There was knocking.
Yeah, definitely. There wasn't the wind.
You hear the noises?
Yep.
Noises from the stage area, Phil.
Yeah.
Hold on, Phil. Someone was speaking. As I got just down there, I could hear someone speaking. I would say it was a man's voice. I don't know if it was for me or if it upstairs. And that was loud. It was like a man whispering. I don't know if it was for me or if it.
Is there anybody here who frequented this establishment at that time? Okay, there's a knock behind you. Apparently, originally, this was known as the Victoria. Am I correct in that assumption? Tell me what it was like in here. Was that you, Jeff?
No.
Okay, there was 3 knocks there. Thank you. Could you come over and stand? Did you just see something go across there?
Seems to be where that cupboard is.
Talk to me about what it was like. I can hear you knocking.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know, it's around.
I thought it was behind me.
There would have been a lot of countryside around, because although we're pretty close to London, the outskirts of London would have been a lot greener. Did people walk? You're right.
I shut the laugh out of me.
What was it?
I kid you not, it felt like a cat rubbed the back of my legs. You know where it does like a...
Yeah?
Who is that lady? Are you a teacher? From during the war? Can you do that even louder? You're one of the original owners? When this was a cafe called the Victoria?
You're right.
Did you work here when this was a hotel, a temperance hotel? So I gather that if this was a temperance hotel where they... What's the matter, Phil?
It's movement from the roof.
You okay?
Yeah. The door just moved, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard it.
I just went to...
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even get my hand on it.
What?
Put that down, Phil. Put that down. Put it down. Grab that. Can you make a noise again? Like you did earlier, please. Who are you? Hello? Whoa!
Is there a reason why you've picked on Jeff tonight? There's a noise coming from down there. On the stairs.
Could this be the proof that Englefield Hall is truly haunted? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. The next video shows unidentified objects in the sky and was shared on social media. Take a look. Two objects appear in the sky, rise higher, and then vanish. Whether they were something paranormal is unclear, but many viewers pointed out that they seemed too small to be planes or helicopters. What do you think they could be? Share your thoughts in the comments. Celeste was left alone in her family's house for a few nights while they were away. At first, everything seemed fine, but then she started hearing noises outside her room. She kept the door locked, hoping that would keep whatever was out there from getting in. After all, we tend to believe that as long as we're under a blanket or in a locked room, we're safe. She eventually stepped out to check, but there were no signs of anything unusual. That was until one night when she found the front door wide open. She set up her phone outside her room to record anything strange, but whatever was haunting her wanted her to experience it firsthand. While she was reviewing the footage, an object suddenly fell, followed by a shadowy figure peeking at her. Then, out of nowhere, the lights shut off.
Aquí, literal, no hay nadie. No sé qué voy a hacer. Me da miedo ir a ver. Yo creo que me voy a parar a ver. No mames, no mames. Eso no estaba tirado ahorita. El cereal se supone que estaba ahí arriba. No mames, la neta, no mames. No, no, vete a la verga. Vete a la verga, vete a la verga. Plebes, en serio. No mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta. Please, lo creo que me da mucho miedo. Please, la neta no sé qué hacer ya. Ya me cansé, ya me dio miedo. No sé qué voy a hacer. Voy a cerrar la puerta y le voy a poner seguro porque la neta no se ve nada. Pero fíjense. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Por qué hace eso la cámara? Por ahí se escucha un ruido. Como por ahí. No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué vergas es eso? ¿Qué vergas es eso? Me está dando miedo, te lo juro que estoy temblando. ¡No! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! Estoy aquí afuera de la casa, me da miedo. Me da miedo. Me da miedo meterme ya. ¡Vete a la verga! Ya me dio miedo. Porque sí me ha pasado cosas, la neta. Pero se mira para acá. Y escuchen, no se ve, no hay nada, no hay nada. No mames, no mames. ¿Vieron eso? No mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué pedo? Güey, no mames. ¿Qué vergas es eso? ¡No mames! No mames. No mames, no mames.
After seeing the shadow figure, she called the police to check the house, but they couldn't do much since there were no signs of a break-in. Antonio was working the night shift when he heard strange noises coming from the storage area. Wanting to capture proof, he started recording and went to check it out. Before he could even get there, something strange happened. A pack of diapers suddenly fell off the shelf. When Antonio entered the room where the noise came from, he was already on edge. The lights upstairs started flickering, and as he went up to investigate, something was thrown to the floor. That was the final straw. Antonio panicked and ran straight to the monitoring area.
Tengo rato escuchando un ruido aquí en mi trabajo, en la bodega, y estoy solo. Y quería grabar a ver si, no sé, tengo mucho miedo. No me había pasado algo así, como de algo de sustos o algo. Pero tengo rato escuchando eso. Ay, no me animo a ir para allá, güey. Después de un rato me animo a ver, güey. Tengo mucho miedo, güey, la neta. Nunca me había pasado algo así, güey. A ver. Fui yo. Ese fui yo. Creo que la moví con la camisa. Tengo un rato que escucho ya cosas. Me da mucho miedo. Mucho miedo me da, güey. O sea, güey, checa esa pinche luz, güey. ¿Tú crees que quieren ganas de subir allá arriba? ¿Tú crees que tengo ganas de subir allá arriba? ¿Qué pedo? Güey, esto parece película de terror, güey. Sí. Lo bueno es que tengo este foco, güey. Y acá arriba, por ejemplo, tengo... Acá me da miedo a veces que siento que me están viendo, güey. Ya me prendo el pinche foco, güey. Y güey, vete a la verga, güey. No se habrá metido alguien aquí a robar. Tengo un chingo de miedo, güey. Tengo un chingo de miedo, güey. Me deja prender la lámpara, güey. Eso la verga. No se ve nada, güey. ¡No, madre, güey! ¡A la verga, güey! ¡A la verga, güey! No, güey, chingate. No, ya no entro ahí, güey. Su puta, no, ahorita le hablo a mi jefe. No le hablo a mi jefe.
I don't think he should work the night shift again, at least not alone. After a flood, a man returned to the ruins of his home and spotted something unusual on the floor.
Andamos demoliendo una casa. Y lo que salió dentro de la pared. No sé si sea murciélago o qué sea.
He discovered the dried body of an unknown creature with an alien-like shape, a face that looked part human and part something else, and what appeared to be wings. Shocked, he couldn't help but wonder where it had come from. After looking into it further, he realized it was a dried stingray, likely carried in by the floodwaters. Still, its eerie shape and the unsettling feeling it gave made the discovery even more bizarre. Imagine how confused you would be if you stumbled upon something like that. This strange sighting was posted on Instagram by user Dezabedrosky. The video, said to be filmed in Santorini, Greece, on February 3rd, 2025, claims to show a mysterious event happening in the middle of the sea. The video shows a strange, uneven structure rising from the water before disappearing back into the sea within seconds. But even after it vanishes, a smaller structure can still be seen on the surface. But even after it disappears, a smaller structure is still visible on the surface. Because the video is low quality, it's hard to tell exactly what it is. The caption explains that the anomaly showed up at the center of a seismic swarm, with over 7,700 tremors recorded since February 1st, an unusually high number. It also suggests that this event might be connected to seismic activity, or even a possible underwater volcanic eruption. Many think an underwater volcano is the most likely explanation, especially since Santorini was created by a massive eruption around 1600 BCE and is still an active volcanic area today. A mother of 2 young girls recently discovered strange things happening in their bedrooms at night. Using CCTV cameras, she captured some unsettling moments. In one video, as one of the girls slept, the lights outside kept flickering on and off repeatedly. Then, things got even creepier. The little girl suddenly woke up as if something unseen had told her to. Moments later, she appeared to be pulled from behind. But that wasn't the only time something physical happened. Her older sister also experienced the same thing. Her leg was yanked while she was peacefully asleep. On top of that, the videos captured 3 distinct taps, strange knocks, and floating orbs all around the room, making the whole situation even more chilling. So what's your take? Is there something in this family's home targeting these young girls, or could there be a more logical explanation for what we're seeing? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.